Hi guys, welcome back to Baymer & Son Garage. We've got the transfer case done and we were going to show you how to do the front differential, and then we pushed a button and kicked it out. So that's why we lost you on that last video. So we're going to pick up from where we left off, other than we went ahead and filled it already. So what we did was we got a ratchet with a 15mm socket on it. Of course, we've got two different ones to choose from, a 15 half-inch drive ratchet Stanley, or this other one, which is it's a Tecton ratchet with the same socket on it. Out of this cool kit my son bought me. I really like the longer ratchet. There's the name of it. Tecton. Hey, we don't advertise for them. We're just showing you the tool my son bought me. So we robbed the ratchet out of there and the socket out of the Stanley kit there. So we crawled underneath up here. And we pulled the drain plug on it. Or excuse me, the fill plug. The pan's still under here from when I did it. And we're done with it. So we pulled the fill plug here. Pulled that fill plug right there out. Took that little plug out. And then we took our quart bottle that we switched the caps back on, of course, the rear end oil, and then we just stuck it in there and filled it up till it ran out, and we got a little bit of fluid in there, and then we put the plug back in, and that's done. You know, you want to drain it here if you want to drain it, but we're not draining it. We're just topping it off. So we took this plug out right there, took that plug out right there, and we just topped it off. So that's done. It's got some other leaks on it here. It looks like the steering box leaking. Maybe a power steering hose too. So it's got some other issues. Train lines look good. So we're good there. But that power, those fuel lines in the back, we looked at them because we just changed them on our great friend Robbie's Grove Street OG's truck. And you can see the, you know, the overage transmission fluid and that gear oil, because we overfilled it too. We put a little bit too much in it. That's okay. It's got a vent. It'll vent out to, you know, it'll vent it out. You know, we ain't worried about that. If it's a little overfull, a little extra ain't gonna hurt it, you know. And I don't want it to get on the brakes, but the brakes are not like they used to be, where they'd be inside a drum and the seals would get, you know, blown and get grease all over the brakes. So I have to worry about that. So this ratchet socket goes here. Then this ratchet goes in the other kit. So put your tools away. I always say, don't delay. You'll have them for another day. So there's that. And the 1/2 inch, we'll put it back. We got one socket missing here, and it just drives me crazy. That's not a 10mm. It's a 5/16. I hate it. But I'll get one for you. That's another kit or something. I'll fill up my Stanley. I just don't know what happened to the original socket that was in there. So, same as a 8mm. Those are the ones that always come up missing around here. 8mm, 10. I don't think I've ever lost a 10, but they, you know, a lot of people say, you know, the 10's the one they lose. But so then we got a trouble light, and we're gonna look at this plug in the back, and we got problems. So the front differential is done, the transfer case is done. So the front half of the truck's done. But now we just got the rear end to check the fluid in. So we got underneath here with our light, and we're going to get back under it again with our light. And we're going to show you what we found. We sprayed it with PB Blaster, let it soak. We tried to get it with a 3/8 drive ratchet. That's what Robbie's was. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I had to get a light. It's stripped out. So we're going to try an Allen wrench. If that doesn't work, then we're going to have to drive it around the garage, get the welder out to it. We're going to stick like an Allen bit or something in here, and then weld it to it, and then try to back the whole thing out, and it'll have a socket welded on there. And actually, it's going to be an Allen bit socket. And hopefully I can get it out and I can fill this rear end, because this is a massive 3/4 ton truck rear end. It's not the little itty bitty. I know it does have grease fittings. Well, I didn't know that. I have to grease that universal joint. They're tight. So that's a good sign. Hopefully the rear end's not too low. If it isn't, then we're gonna be good to go on that. So it's kind of rusty and crusty under here. And we noticed this on the fuel line, and we were pretty bummed out when we noticed the fuel line up here. It's been cobbled together with some hose and clamps. Oh God, I saw that and I was like, yeah, there it is. It's got metal line coming back, and somebody stuck some hoses on it with some clamps. Obviously, they're high pressure rubber hoses, but this thing is just cobbled together. It's going to need some high pressure lines. It looks like there's just 2 lines. There's not a return line, or excuse me, there's a pressure line and a return line, but there's not a vent. So it's probably going to be $200 still. And then it's got a blue wire right there, and I don't know what that blue wire is for, but that's not factory. So somebody wired a, maybe the fuel pump up direct. I really don't know what that blue wire goes to yet. I'm going to have to do a little bit more examining and try to find out where that goes. But I don't like a wire like that just laying on the frame up there over the cross member. It's pretty sketchy looking. We'll have to trace that out. It looks like it possibly goes to the fuel tank, maybe the fuel pump. I don't know. Yeah, they rigged it. They rigged it. You can see them fuel lines are just, chopped together with a couple pieces of hose and 2 clamps, and then the other end's the same way. You just got a hose clamp on one there, and the other one's the same way. They just clamped with hoses. It's just ridiculous. What they done to this truck. They just rigged it up. So, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it perfecto. We're gonna make it factory original. Might not be factory original, but it's gonna be good as factory specs when we get done. So, a lot of cancer under here. I mean, there's a lot of cancer. It's all surface rust up. It's all surface rust on. There's one of the cab mounts right there. And it's just all scaly. That don't look like that's through. It's just a couple slayers of metal. It still could probably be saved. The frame's kind of rusty, but like I said, it's not rotted. It's just rusty. So, it'd be a good candidate for maybe soda blasting or something. I'd like to get that done. Don't know that I ever will, but that's another one of my goals. I love the truck, and I'm not going to have another one. This is the one I'm going to have till the day I die, so I'm going to fix this truck up. I got a lot of money in this truck. I'm not going to be able to buy another one, that's for darn sure. It's got a catalytic converter, big fat muffler. Exhaust looks pretty good, honestly. It is what it is, people. It's an old Chevy. It's an old Chevy. And I think we're probably going to have to take it to the garage and weld something on that. I got some Allen wrenches here I was just playing with yesterday. I found there's a big one there. Oh, what's that'll fit it? Pretty good size one. I got these Hill Shower Farm roasted turkey. My turkey came in, and I use it for stuff I find in cars and trucks. There was a toolbox that a friend of mine had, and I ended up here's another one. I don't know if those are the same size or not. Looks like one's bigger now. They're the same size. I keep everything. I don't get rid of nothing. You guys, I think you guys pretty know that already. Yeah, I don't get rid of. Look at that one. There's a bunch of them in there. Wow. Yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. There's like a whole kit in here. Here's another big fat one. Here's another big fat one. And this whole kit, that whole bag was found like that. Or maybe I put it together like that, I don't remember, but I might have found it like that and put it in a little bag, not even a sandwich baggie. Looks like almost like a zip tie baggie or something. But it works good for that. This is some of the stuff I just recently found. There we go, there's another one. Allen wrench. Probably gonna have to weld one of them Allen wrenches to it and then just cut it off. When I'm done. Leave the Allen part on it. You know, so you'll be like sticking that in the hole and welding that to the nut. Then when you're done, take a Sawzall and just cut it off right here. Then you use a socket, a ratchet. What else we got here? Another big one. Well, that one's already been ground on. I don't like that one. There's another one. There's another kit. More tools. I just got all this. Just recently, I just found all this stuff. I mean, rather than go digging through my stuff, I can just dig through this stuff. You know, this is my stuff now. It's a nice socket I found. Is that an impact? Yeah, it's an impact socket. 11/16. Oh, it's a dual socket. 11/16 and probably 3/4. Yep. Wow, I never seen one like that. Didn't even know I had that. Winning. So we can see if one of these will fit for the rear end. I know the 3/8 drive doesn't fit. It'll just strip. I already tried it and started putting some pressure on it and realized it wasn't happening. Let's see what we can get. Maybe I should put some more PB Blaster on it. Nah, it's not going to help. There's only so much PB can do. It can't really get like in and behind there and do anything for me. So, let's see what we can find here. Too small. Too small. Too small. I think they're all too small. Yeah, they're all too small. I don't know what size it is. It's a monster. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm gonna have to find one that's closer than any of them. I mean, at least I know it's bigger than that. So, we're halfway done with the truck. Once we get this rear end and the back checked and filled, and the truck's done. So, that just kind of stinks it. None of them fit. Kind of hoping I would get lucky there and find a Allen wrench that could fit, and then I could maybe get it broke loose with an Allen wrench, but no. No, somebody's already boogered it up. Somebody's already been where I'm at right now with this truck. It was an old farm truck, apparently. And they put 142 on it, 142,000, and then we bought it. So, you know, it just got a little bit of cosmetic and little surface rust here and there, you know, rocker corners, typical. You know, we got the truck, you know, a lot better than it was. A lot better than it was, that's for sure. So, we're at a standstill with that. We still got to try to find an Allen wrench or some way of getting that out. Check out our friends Actions Auto Parts, Jamie Phillips. Check out our friends got Speed Shop. Check out our friends Auto Salvage Outlaws. Check out all our friends, and we'll see you on the next Beamer and Son Garage when we're hopefully we'll be getting that rear end plug out, and yeah, I have to probably bring it all the way around and find another Allen wrench socket, something big, stick it in there and weld it, and try to get it broke loose so we can, you know, get that drain or get that fill plug out, and then we can fill that rear end. And that's where we're at. Gonna dump this oil into a container, because we save our used oil around here. We save every drop like it's liquid gold around here. We love used oil. It really does something for us over here, and we love it. It's good for like any kind of thing to lubricate, something you want to lubricate, or you want to get a fire going. It's good to get a fire going. There's all kinds of uses for oil. I have given my boss up there at Bethel Tire used oil. We gave him what, 110? Me and Robbie gave him 110 gallons of some fuel oil #1 for a furnace. It was like a winter ago or so. And my stock went up when I did that. My buddy, Mr. Wilson, loved me. He sure did. He loved me for at least for a little while. He sure did. And this is how we're going to do it. We don't like spilling oil on the ground. We don't like losing our oil. So we stick that in a drain pan, and then we stick the drain pan into that, and then we fill it. Boom. Done. Then we find our cap. Put our cap back on it. And we save a little bit of that oil. Yeah. Winning. So check back with us on this rear differential. Front's done. I just showed you how we did it the same way we did it on the transfer case. It took about a quart to fill that front differential. It was really low. It probably holds 2, maybe 3 quarts. And it took almost a whole quart. It took more than Robbie's did. Actually, Robbie's C71, the 2001 GMC no-name national truck, it only took transfer fluid for the transfer case and a rear end oil. The front differential was full, so we didn't have any problem with that. It was just the rear differential was low, and I know mine's low too, so we'll get that, and we'll see you in the next Beamer and Son Garage. See you then, guys. Bye-bye. I love my place. All the hot rods, all the toys. Yeah, fun time there. Bye-bye, guys. See you on the next one.